Okay, welcome all. Now, last time we had created a project, right? So now I want to open that project. So let's open an existing project, or you can click here, open a project. Now under this roll number, so we had created this first demo, right? So let's click here and now select this option, first demo, open, and here it is our program, right? CPP. Now I'm going to modify this file where I have to create a C++ program. Now, last time we were discussing what if I give a comment to this line, right? So the C out is defined in this namespace. So this is actually a namespace. We will discuss what namespace in next few lecture. Now IO string, that is what, it's a header file which is the complete definition of cout is available in iostream header file, right? Now I will modify this program. I will create an object oriented C++ program. Now let's create a new class in this program, right? So in this file, so like file, say new, so here we have a class, right? So select a class. Now specify the class name, let's say course. So here has a destructor. You can tick what options you need. So let's deselect this virtual destructor. Now I want this header file name, let's say course, capital H. So here course.cpp, it should be capital, because now I have started this course as C as capital letter. So everything should be in the C should be capital course. So don't modify this file. Just keep this file name course.h, file name course.cpp, and include the header. So that's it. Next we should say create. Yes. Now if you look at here, there is one more folder is created, header. Under header there is include folder and course.h, right? Under src folder there is a course.cpp. Now if you look at this file one by one, cpp file which is available here, now let's look at it, needs and include course.h, where by default this is a parameterized by default constructor, and this is when it is with the till operator, it is called as destructor. So it is what, a constructor, default constructor, and this is a destructor. This is called destructor. Now what in a header file, let's click here. Now see, you can say this is your actual template, right? Or you can call it as a structure of your course, where it has a public section, where it has a protected section and a private section. So this is our header file, right, which is created by this code block header. So means your definition we should write in .cpp file, and all the declaration should be defined in this .h file, course.h file. You have to define everything in course.cpp, but your declaration should be in course.h header file. Now let us modify this course.h file. Now let us say I have declared few things here. One is this is by default constructor. This is parameterized constructor. There is one method, show course info, and in the private section I have defined int, that is course code, string, course name, and course credit, right? I just modified our course program. I just added this method, show course info, and these private members, where course credit, course name, and course code, right? So these are data types. Once now it's finished, let's build and compile. Now see, you'll get an error which shows that a string has not been declared. The string does not name a type. So means we need to do something here where we have to define, because this string is not included, right? We need to include some header file, namespace. Let's go for that. Now I have added using namespace yesterday. Now let's click build and run. Still I am getting an error. So again what it says, string has not been declared. So we need to include a header file. Now let's see, hash include string dot h, a string, only string. Now nothing is there. I have not printed anything. So this is now fine. Perfectly it's working. So what if I give a comment to this using namespace? So you can try all these things, right? So it is required using namespace yesterday. Remember, every in header file we should write using namespace yesterday if you get an error. Okay, now this course is now perfectly ready. Now all the declarations is available. Now let's go for the definition. Now here I have defined few things. Now see course. Now I just want to print, I mean, a default constructor, then the course. Now what this operator is, this is called as scope resolution operator, right? So course is my constructor. Now let's say course show course info. This method is declared in our course.h, right, header file, and in the CPP file I have the definition. If I want to access it outside this course h, so how I can access? First you should write a return type, that is void. You should write a class name, then the scope resolution operator, and then the method name. Now remember, this method is defined in public section, so I can access this method. Now here and in destructor, I'm just printing I am in a destructor. Okay. Now let's create an object of this course. So in main function I have created a course object. So this is the procedure to create the object. So class name and the variable name. So this is how we have created a default, that is this is the first object which will call your default constructor, and this is what the parameterized constructor, where we have defined, like, this is what needs course code, course name, and the course credit. So where I'm passing, let's say course code is 11 C++ and credit is for, let's say, 2, and then I'm printing all this information, like how to call this method show course info. So this can be called using object c1 dot show course info. Let's execute this program. What is the error? Trace the error, and ln was not declared in the scope. Okay, so I have to write again what, using namespace yesterday there, yes. So I'm getting this error, right? Course, no, this end ln, where I have to include this again, hash include IO string. So whatever is available here, that is course.h and everything, just copy this and apply it to main method. Right? Because this course, everything is defined in course.h, so we need that header file. Okay, done. We will compile and execute. Okay, so see, first of all, I am in a default constructor, then course information, course name, course code, course credit. Then I am in a destructor, I am in a destructor. So two times destructor gets called. Why? Because I have created two objects. One is C0 and one is C1. And there is C1 dot show course info where I'm just printing only whatever the course name is, course code is. So we'll discuss all the details in the next lecture.